Uh, Welcome back, team. Welcome back to everyone. It's been a it's been a minute that I haven't post weekly watch lists on our YouTube channel, and I updated my team in our Telegram channel that basically it's just for the past few weeks I have been generally just enjoying my time instead of sitting even after my trip, instead of sitting looking at the paint dry activity, and so I wasn't really delved into. I mean, I really didn't want to because there wasn't any topic to really point out. There wasn't really much of, I would say, good setup. Still, it's not or not much setup out there to really talk about, as we are mainly focused on a smaller cap. So that's why I decided to just update you guys by just without video, just send out the weekly watch list without me talking, and you listening. And I mean, sometimes it's you really want to talk a lot of talk about a lot of stuff that will help you as a trader, and I want to share as much as information that I know to you, to at least benefit from it. But the time, obviously some people don't like to watch a 30 minutes video, 1 hour video, and I try to keep it short, keep it precise and perfect, so you don't get bored, you don't get tired of watching me showing you the chart, showing you the different information which could help you. And obviously it will help you if you really committed, if you really decide to sit down to watch. But as always, I'm trying to put things together and make sure that all these stuff that I'm telling you guys, it's really beneficial, or is it just you just watching, listening, and then you forget the next day. I don't want that to happen. I don't want you guys to be like that. I want you guys take it and use towards your you know journey, in your trading journey, and then hopefully you will also have your own type of, I guess, um, you will find out more about your how to scan the stock, how to set up things for yourself, so you don't really need a guidance, I would say. I'm not yeah, I mean, you definitely need, when you're a beginner, you definitely need a good guidance. Or I'm not saying that I'm good at it, but I do my best to shape things and share things, and whatever I experience, whatever I learn, with my members mainly, because they're more committed, they're more dedicated, they want this. That's why they join me to for me to just teach them and share my knowledge. Yeah, and beside that, I mean, everything else in the overall market has been super slow. I have been, I've been a struggle to really find a good setup for the past few weeks, but I was sure about this will come because of the summertime. I talked about it in the past videos. Go watch it, and I talked about it many times. It's just not really a time to force yourself, force trading, over trading. So I really want to talk about a little bit about, before we go to the watch list, which our watch list this today, it's going to be this week. It's going to be super quick and short. I don't have much in the back pocket or front pocket, so it will be sweet and easy. But yeah, let's talk about what exactly is better for you to just during this time, what exactly it's better for you to not really overtrade. First and foremost is, being, obviously being super patient with this current market condition. That's one thing. It's testing you. It's really testing your patience, everything, and you should avoid as much as you can a liquidity trap. There are many liquidity trap around uh, small caps, even mid cap sometimes these days, and fake news, pretty much. Fake news reaction. What I mean by fake news reaction is there is a news, but it's really not enough for you to rely on that news in order to, uh, go long and trade long and just hold the position maybe for a few days or swing it. That's just an idea. And obviously, it all comes down to this is a great time to educate yourself, prepare yourself for anything. You back test your strategy. Those are the things, and it's really comes down to your risk management. I mean, I know it sounds cheesy every time that you talk about it, but you have to talk about it all the time. You have to remind yourself that risk management, and patient and reading a psychology, and if you cannot remember anything about it, just go back to the beginner. Go back to I'll go back to the beginner stuff if I need to. If I make a mistake, I'll always go back to the beginning. I go watch the Mark Douglas. I go read some book that related to, uh, obviously you don't have to read all the stock market books. I do not suggest that. I would suggest you guys to read books about human behavior, human psychology. That would actually benefit you more in market rather than just reading about how the stock market works. I mean, those are really amazing, but if you kind of like know what's going on, or you're kind of like in the intermediate level, it's better to read something more depth. You have to enhance your analytic mindset. You have to be more focused, and just learn how um, human behavior and human psychology really works, and apply it to your market, your trading, because it's all about that. It's all about psychology. And beside that, this is a great time. Even not summer or any season, you need to focus on your body. You need to focus on your health, and be be on top of the health. You gotta walk. You gotta work out. You need, if your body is not ready, uh, you're definitely not going to trade better. You're definitely going to lose more money because your mind is somewhere else. If you eat unhealthy food, those are I mean, these are very basic things. You need to focus on yourself, and if you cannot build a good habit for yourself, you cannot have a really a strategic or very a unique strategy for your trading. And one other thing that is very important is just, guys, you should really, guys and gals, you guys have to really meditate. Meditation is really important. I think that's one thing I personally learned. Just whenever you're super emotional, you're either tired or you're not focused enough, just stop doing anything and just sit down, meditate for 15 minutes, 10 minutes. You don't have to go for hours or so. Just do that. And most importantly, after all, it would be trading journal. You do need to journal your trade. You should always write down your mistakes, or um, rights, or whatever that you did that day with that particular stock. Just make sure to always have your trading journal set up. That's why we have a partner. Our partner Trademetria. We have it on our website. You can use this platform, and they're very they're very advanced. They have everything. You can pretty much add single stocks in it and just get all the reports that you need. You can back test it. I mean, I have it here as a this is just a demo. You can basically track everything, and then you go to the daily journal panel and just write down your thought process here, and see how much benefits you every single day that you trade. That's why I highly suggest you guys. Definitely, I want you guys, especially the members, just really get this. Sign up. I mean, it's also free. You can use the free version. You don't need to really get the pay. Obviously, the pay version is better. You have to if you write down so many, if you add more reports and add more journals, it's better. And it's just not it's not really pricing. It's just something that you invested in yourself, and this really helps you. This really helped me a lot. I did I always do my journal. Doesn't matter. You can write it down in your piece of paper. You can journal your trade in a piece of paper. But these, obviously, Trademetria makes it easier for you. You can just upload your transaction, your trades for that specific day, and then it just automatically put it together, and then you can just see where you made a mistake. How do you really end up with that trade, and then you add your comment in that day. Just to spend an hour or so after you're done with your trading, do your journal, and then just move on, do whatever else that you do. So yeah, that's my suggestion. I know a little bit of talk here, but honestly, this is all for your benefit. I want you guys to just be the best out of it. So nothing else. I mean, these are the stuff that helps you to become way better. On the other side, let's talk about the market overall. What happened with the Fed? What happened with the general the market speaking? We had this S&P 500 dropped massively after Fed came up with the additional upcoming rate hikes, which to their to they want to really get to that desirable percentage of inflation, which is below 2%. That's kind of what they're looking for when the Jeremy Powell talks at Jackson Hole, and that was like a big thing. And then we saw that huge massive drop on SPY, which makes it more interesting that people are still in that unknown territory. Yeah, that was that. And then I saw this really interesting report, and then I saw this post on Twitter, which is from Kobeissi Letter. That just caught my eye. I mean, when I was doing my research for just over market, I came across this one, which is very interesting, and this is something notable that you should definitely consider. And as an overall knowledge, it's better to always look at the overall picture. You should not just like focus on charting things and technical. I mean, technical is very important. That's the type of trade that we do. We don't really focus on the fundamental, but obviously, me personally, I want to teach you guys how to combine these two. That's very important. That's why every time you see the weekly watch list, I always add the fundamental, because that's how I trade. Mix the fundamental with the technical. That's how you should be. Unbiased also. You should not be just biased shorting things or going long. It's just that's. I mean, I'm not saying should, but there are traders that only bias and they're very successful. So it's just the type of a person type of trader that I am, and hope that it could really be something that help you too. I mean, if you want to look at the both side, you have to look at the both side. You should know that why the shorts are wanting to short that. And shorts also looking at why the longs are in there. You have to think both ways. So anyway, this came out, and I noticed that how crazy environment that we're living in this economy, especially U.S. economy. I mean, record high 17 trillion household debt, 12 trillion in mortgage, and that's crazy by alone by itself. And then credit card debt and all that. So this total mortgage debt is now really more than double since 2006. I mean that you have to think of that. That is crazy in terms of where we're heading. Is this really a bubble? There's no inventory. You can buy a house, and there's no buyer basically, and there's just mortgages are high. So it's a very weird territory. This is all why mortgage rate just hit 7.1% and credit card debt rates high a record 25%. We're fighting inflation with debt. This can't end well. So, I mean, just take it as a something to be more cautious. Capital preservation, as always. I told you guys. I mean, doesn't matter if some data came out and it's saying that we're out of recession, and then just a bunch of greedy traders are trying to pump the overall market. You look at the real data that out there. So it's just something to consider, and that's why we see that Michael Bloomberg, Dr. Bloomberg, a big short guy, he actually put all his portfolio 94% of his portfolio just buying puts on SPY and QQQ. I mean, Cyan Asset Management has 237 million asset under management. And then when you look at the 13F, recent 13F, it shows that pretty much everything of that asset, of those money that he's managing, is just short on the SPY and QQ. So, I mean, we all know this guy is famous for the big short, but it doesn't mean that he's right or he's wrong, but it's just something to look at, like kind of consider where we're heading, why some of the smart money like him, they're doing this. You have to consider that. And when you read all these 13F, it's really good to read 13F to understand where the smart monies are really focusing on. 13F is basically it's a filing that it's quarterly filing that for institutional investment managers or hedge funds that are control over $100 million on their asset management. So yeah, I mean, just a little kind of information there, which was kind of caught my eye as well when I saw that this 13F right here. Cyan Asset Management. This is a great website that you guys can really, research about what the hedge funds are doing or big institutional. And then this is the portfolio. It's completely free. If you sign up, you get more information. But if you pay, you probably can do so many Excel report. You can get all these data. This is the portfolio: 51% put, QQ 42%. The rest just no. I don't think that's very important. But yeah, that's about it. So let's get into our watch list. Let's focus on what we're doing every single day, which is awesome. So before I start, I want you guys to feel free and please subscribe. And that helps. So turn on the notification. That helps to get the videos that I put out. I want you guys to subscribe, like this video, so I can put more videos out there. Anyway, before I start, just remember, this is not an investment advice. This is only for educational purposes. And if you like it, stick around. If you don't like it, just shut it off and move on. All right, so last week we had, honestly, I tried to put things together for this week watch list. We're gonna have only one stock for our main watch, and 2 back pocket and no swing, obviously, because I'm not really interested into swinging these traps and so many dilutive stocks and bunch of scammers. So last week we had YS, was really good. Actually, I think that YS was the only only stock that I was mainly focused, and then also on the back pocket I added the TSHA. That was also good too. This came out on Friday. It's an IPO. No, sorry. The company's actually, yeah, it's kind of a new IPO. It's Chinese pump, so biotech, and you can kind of see that why I think they came up with the insider buy activity. And when you see that kind of news, insider buy activity, they really want to just actually legally pump their stock. So that's how it works normally. And then the news came out on Thursday, and then on Friday the stock pop. Get after company announced, the company officers announced that chairperson Mr. Ji Zhang, if I pronounce that correctly, and its CEO Dr. Shao have purchased 400,000 of the company's ordinary shares on an average of 1.40 per share. So I mean, yeah, that was up there. So it's a 37 million float. Recently, I have seen many higher float, higher market cap. It's not my criteria. That's why I'm not really trading, because those are not my on my. I don't like higher market caps, and higher floats. Obviously, it's very slow. You don't want to really do that, but it's much safer than lower float in this condition, because you kind of at least have something to move around. But the one thing that you have to keep that in mind, higher float needs really decent volume to be volatile, and generally they can run. They're not really multi-day runner unless if there's a really big, good setup or a good company out with it. Like VFS came out, the IPO. I mean, that's a big cap. It's a mega cap kind of now. I think it's 1 point whatever billion market cap it has, but that's also something, very volatile, risky, higher price. So you don't really want to get into, but like that's multi-day runners because it's consistent on the volume size. So yeah, and then company market cap is now 113 million, 37 million float. No signs of offering. I don't see that. Only 11 months of cash left. And yeah, but definitely there's some upside to 175. I see it here. You see it here. My chart. 150 already hit, and this is still trading below the VWAP. A little bit of downtrending, lower high. Possible continuation to the downside. Can't really go back down, but I mean the price point is very low, like 1.7. It could be really good support area to just get the bounce and more continuation for the long. Otherwise, this is really good short setup for the Monday if it doesn't get any more volume increase. Because I mean, if you're talking about insider buyers, they're probably gonna allocate more to the price. If not, it's just this thing is gonna die down easily. So yeah, I have this one, and then EOSE on the back pocket. This one has some sort of um, yeah. This is also, I think it's an energy stock. Yeah, it's an energy stock. Zinc buys long duration energy stock. Yesterday announced that the US has selected Acro Automation System to partner in design, development, and all that. And then one thing I noticed about that is just Vanguard is a big holder of this stock. So that's something to consider. Vanguard generally they're long. I mean they're always long on the stock. So that's one thing I noticed. But that 3.55 is a very tough area, tough resistance, and then obviously upside. So the detail will be for the members, where my analysis on this one, and then TSHA, which was actually number one on my watch from last 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. They had this 150 million private placement, and initial pop to $3, and then death cross continuation. So I put it in the back pocket to see if this really going to continue on the upside. So far breaking out of the downtrend and just trading flat. So we definitely need more than 4 million at least on the volume. Stock has everything, but they have S3 on fire, and but I don't think they would do it because they have cash right now. They did the private financing, so I don't think they would do the offering yet. But you never know. I mean, you always have to be cautious. But it's still higher float, higher market cap, 500 million. There are no good candidate. That's why I'm having trouble with the stocks these days. So we gotta just be patient, waiting for the good days to come, good stocks, good volatilities to come. There will be many good setups in the future. Let's just pass this August and September. Generally, at the end of the September, we will see more activity, and then to the fall. So yeah, that's it, team, for our this week weekly watch list. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys learned something new, and yeah, don't forget to subscribe, and turn on the notification, so I will post more videos out there. Take care, team. If you have any questions, just reach out, DM me on Telegram, or email support. Hope you guys do. New members, if they want to sign up, just go to the second link, I think, down. And if you want to get a course, go down. You find the link below as well. So yeah, that's it, team. Take care, and hope you have a great rest of your day.